Is brand or topical authority more powerful, in ranking competitive keywords?
When you say more important compared to the previous timeline or compared to another factor, which one do you mean?
Current timelines.
So it has to be. That's the one of the things. I mean, when you look at the search engine's angle, or if we take a kind of timeline from 2015 to the 2025, let's examine the last 10 years slightly. Until 2015, until we see the announcement of the bird, let's say, and also before the bird, let's say 2018, when they actually announced the Transformers in NLP. In that 3 years, I can say that actually most of the spammy tactics and most of the page rank related factors, they were working awesome. The moment that they focused on the knowledge graph and understanding search engine and triples or semantic improvements, let's say entities started to become more important, but still they were not understanding your content. In the first one, they look at the links and they look at the, let's say, query phrases in the document and they try to guess the quality and relevance. The moment that they have the entities, they try to recognize the entity, but also they still don't understand the sentence. They say that like a blind librarian, this entity is here, this entity is here, and this entity is here, and it creates a relevance. This happened around 2019. Like in the next 2 years, they started to understand predicates and sentiments around the entities and around the internal links. Then it actually added one more semantic layer to their algorithm. For instance, before the 2022, if you have a scandal and if many of these news websites are linking you because of this scandal, even if the news about you are negative, you increase in the rankings because people search for you. Everyone is linking you, so you should be happy for the scandal. And we had these issues or this blessing in the past. But after the 2022, they even started to understand humor. Around that timeline, we have seen that just because you have some non-inclusive phrases or bad words, some documents, they were being filtered down. Usually when they have a new algorithm, they give so much weight on that so that they can actually see the result changes accordingly. Then they try to fine tune or configure that. In the later cases, we started to have the brand as a more important component there because creation of the content started to be actually easier. The second thing is that many people, anyone with a proper budget or good amount of time can actually manipulate a link graph. You can keep getting links all the time. But making people search for your name is requiring actually building something real. So the moment that I actually search you and the moment that you diversify your traffic, we also have seen it in the Yandex leak. They were checking how many different sources of traffic you have. The moment that you have more traffic sources in a diversified way, and the moment that they search for your brand name, and if you are ranking for a really long duration of time, it makes you durable and also a trustworthy source against, let's say, some
A normal website that does not have.
Anonymous websites, let's say, built like last week. During that timeline, we also have seen a situation. Actually, I presented a speech about it in Charles Float's a private webinar. I explained what type of factors they focused since the last 10 years, and momentum became really important on area. Even when I announced the topical authority formula as topical authority equal to the topical coverage multiplied with